Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here for round 3 of the Rivals series. And we are at Brands Hatch for round 3. Cracking little track. So what is the Rivals series? Well, the Rivals series is a manufacturer teams race. There will be 8 versus 8, if we can get a full lobby, obviously, using cars in the game that have either been rivals on the racetrack or even off the racetrack. Teams will be allocated using our VRC ratings formula to ensure the teams are as evenly matched as possible. This will help hopefully encourage the higher ranked drivers to help the rest of the respective team improve. So we get some team strategies and tips around the track that we will be doing. The championship, as this is a team championship, there will be 2 championships on offer with team and driver championships. Drivers who sign up will be assigned a manufacturer that they will represent. The championship will span across 8 weeks. The first season will emulate the legendary rally rival between Subaru and Mitsubishi. We will be visiting dirt and tarmac races in the first series and mixing the races up with different styles of racing, with sprint races and endurance races. So yes, and we've seen the Group 4 and the Group B cars in action in rounds 1 and 2 of this championship. This being the third round, it's a 60-minute race. They've qualified. You can see the order they've qualified in. I haven't gone to the cars yet, but they're up there on the screen. And yes, they've qualified, ready for a 60-minute race here at Brands Hatch. I can give you a quick rundown of the table, the championship table, after 2 rounds. It's looking rather juicy already, with Racer Brown at the top of that table on 91 points. Homesick Alien in second, equaling that on 91 points. Bunny is third on 85 points, with Guesty in fourth on 80 points. Shiren is fifth with 76. I'm not telling you who they're driving for, that's not fair, is it? Racer Brown is in the Subaru on 91 points. Homesick Alien in the Mitsubishi is on 91 points. Bunny in third is in the Subaru on 85 points. Guesty is fourth with 80 points. He's in the Mitsubishi. Also in the Mitsubishi, Shiren in fifth on 76 points. Rido in the Subaru in sixth on 69 points. With 59 points in the Subaru is Pat in seventh. Eighth is Turtle on 44 points. He's in the Mitsubishi. Trivs GG is in 9th on 42 points in the Mitsubishi. Jim is 10th in the Subaru with 38 points. 11th is Jokus, also in the Subaru on 32 points. And Uncle B Darren is 12th in the Subaru on 22 points. And Rivixter is 13th in the Mitsubishi on 19 points. Now the battle between the manufacturers in the first 2 rounds, and Subaru are leading that battle with 378 points ahead of Mitsubishi, who are on 352 points. Still all to play for then, for the title for sure, and the manufacturers series. We've had some cracking rounds before this one, and we'll have a look how they qualified. I'm just trying to get the stream back up because you never know. Something might have happened. Nothing happened. We're good. So after qualifying, there we see at Brands Hatch in the Group 4 Subarus and Mitsubishis, we have Bunny for Subaru on pole position. Next on the grid is Homesick Alien in his Mitsubishi. UBD, Uncle B Darren in third, also in the Subaru. A Racer Brown fourth, the championship leader, joint leader. That way he is leader because he's won more races than Homesick Alien. So championship leader in fourth in his Subaru. And look how they've qualified here. We've got Bunny on the racing softs, Homesick Alien on the racing softs. We have UBD on the super softs, with Racer Brown starting on the racing mediums. So I think mediums are mandatory in this race. But it seems all the tyres are there for grabs. But yes, medium tyres are mandatory. So Racer Brown in fourth, starting on those mandatory tyres, the racing mediums. It might not be too bad a qualifying for him, really. Then we have Shiren in fifth for Mitsubishi on the racing softs. Jokers in sixth in his Subaru on the racing softs. Jim has qualified seventh in his Subaru on the racing softs with Cthulhu, which I don't think we've seen this season yet. I think he's a super sub, but he's there, qualified eighth for Mitsubishi. We may have seen him, I don't know. I might be tripping. But he's qualified on the racing softs. Trivs GG in ninth in the Mitsubishi on the racing softs. Turtle in 10th. So a lot of Mitsubishis down here in with the super softs on in the Mitsubishi. Rivixter is 11th in his Mitsubishi with the racing softs. Then we have Rido in the Subaru in 12th. He's gone for racing mediums, as has Pat in his Subaru going for the racing mediums. So Subaru leaning towards the three of the Subaru boys, starting on those racing mediums already. So that is an interesting one to watch. It's going to be a struggle. Early doors, mediums are usually, well, it's never know. It's nice to get the slow tyre out the way early doors. I don't know what the fuel is like. I don't know if they're going to have to pit or if they might be able to, at 60 minutes, it's going to be tight. So let's have a look at the grid then. Should we do a walkthrough? I don't remember their liveries that well. That's Bunny, we know. We just saw. He's on the pole. Homesick Alien was second, car 77, with his Duckham's livery. Third was UBD in his famously pink cars. Cracking stuff. Fourth was Racer Brown in car 86 there. Looking very splendid. Shiren next. I forgot what number we're at. Sixth, fifth, I think. Shiren fifth in his grid finder. Mitzi. Then we have Jokers. Was it in seventh? I believe that's Jokers' car. So that's seventh. That must be sixth then. Sorry, Jokers. Not taking anything away from you. If that is Jokers, I think it is Jokers. He hasn't got any writing on his car. This was a bad idea. I should have wrote it down. That's Jim's. I know it's Jim's. Let's just fumble through it. That's Cthulhu, because I don't recognise it. I think that's his number. That's Trivs GG. That might be Jokers. I don't know who that is down there. I apologise. No, that might be Turtle, actually. I think that's Turtle. Look at me trying to remember. This is why I don't do this without a list. I haven't got a clue. 84. I can't remember. That's Rido. And that's Pat. Oh, God, that was terrible. That was the worst grid walk I've ever done, ever. Sorry, guys, who I missed off. I should have wrote it down. I was trying to be cocky. So we're looking at Bunny. So who did I miss? Who was it? It was Jokers. I was right. Who was the other one I wasn't sure of? I said Turtle. Oh, Rivixter. Rivixter is the one. No? Yeah. Rivixter was the one I really wasn't sure of. Sorry, Rivs. So we're looking at Bunny anyway. I apologise, everyone. This hasn't been good, has it? No. Right, we'll get underway with the racing. 60 minutes of racing here at Brands Hatch. We're waiting for those green lights for Bunny to pull away. Or is Homesick Alien going to get the jump on him? They're revving up. They're getting themselves ready. And it's ready to go. And there they go. Bunny's off. UBD off to a flying start there. Uncle B. Darren, I saw just as the camera cut away, scooting on up into second place. Homesick Alien staying in third, well, dropping to third. Racer Brown in fourth, Shiren in fifth. It looks like they've all survived Paddock Hill. Oh, there is Jim. He's under fire from Jokers, and Jokers slipping one up there into sixth place, and he's along Shiren now. Jokers means business, but he's off the track. He's trying to shove Shiren there a little bit, and he's lost himself and someone else at the back there as well, off of the track. Rivixter, oh, poor Rivixter. So Bunny is leading from UBD, Homesick Alien in third, Racer Brown in fourth. Tight-knit battle there between the top four. Shiren there fifth, shaking off Jokers. Cthulhu coming through. Cthulhu and Rido. Rido is quite far back. Look at these guys fighting for that 6th place. Cthulhu gets it. It doesn't feel like I've seen Cthulhu for ages. Hi Cthulhu, how are you, man? So Cthulhu banging it out there. Rido in 7th. Following Rido is Trivs GG. Pat in 9th place with Turtle in 10th. Ahead of Jim, who's dropped down to 11th. Oh, Jim, not a great first lap for Jim. Jokers, we saw him having his issues. And Rivixter, we saw having an off in the background. He's having a slight off again. He's on the racing soft tyres. He's just not finding the grip level of those tyres in that Mitsubishi as we make our way around. They're on their 2nd lap as they go through Paddock Hill Bend now, and Bunny still leading them away. UBD feeling a bit of pressure from Homesick Alien. If we get on board with Racer Brown in his Subaru, we can see that pressure firsthand that Homesick Alien is applying to UBD right now. UBD all up in his side, defending like a lion. UBD looked like he had a shake on there. UBD having a bit of a shake on. And then Homesick's already through. No, we're on board with UBD. I honestly thought Homesick Alien was through then. I apologise. On board with Homesick Alien. Early doors in this 60-minute lap. They've got to be thinking about their fuel tanks and their tyres, surely. They can't race too hard. But Homesick Alien closing right up to the back of UBD. And we're seeing a battle now. It's going to be about the brakes, and UBD later on his brakes in that corner, but slower in the middle of the corner. Homesick Alien arrives on the scene where UBD was trying to slow his car down, but everything stays the same so far. Bunny enjoying this, out in the lead at the moment, pulling away from UBD, who is under harassment from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien trying to throw everything he's got from his Mitzi. He needs a Mitsubishi up there in the top 3. I believe he's the team captain of the Mitsubishi team, with Racer Brown being team captain of the Subarus. Bunny looked like he had a wide on then, but no, he's all under control. Uncle B still trying to defend from Homesick, which is giving Racer Brown an opportunity to get in there, and Racer Brown now going for both of them. He's definitely got the Alien, and Racer Brown now up into 3rd place as he tries to mount an attack on UBD. Shiren there as well, closing up that top 5 battle. Then we have Cthulhu in a nice wide open space there in 6th. He can concentrate on his driving, chase down the boys ahead of him. Trivs GG in 7th place. He's fending off Turtle at the moment. Trivs doing a great job there up in 7th. Where did Rido and that disappear to? Turtle there in 8th. Then we've got Jim in 9th. He's moved up a couple of spots. We saw him in 11th. Now he's up into 9th. There's Rido in 10th. He slipped back quite a way, with Pat in 11th place there. Jokers down in 12th, and Rivixter in 13th. It looks like Rivixter is catching up Jokers. Jokers did a 37.0 his last time around. Whoa, and Rivixter flying through the air did a 32.2. So, oh yeah. Joker's having a poor lap on lap 2. And he is being caught up by Rivixter. Excuse me. Bunny looks to be extending that lead, but Racer Brown's ahead. Oh, Uncle B Darren has dropped back a little bit there into 3rd place. And we saw UBD there. He was just ahead of Racer Brown. We saw Racer Brown getting ahead. Oh, and there you go. UBD off a wide. And that lets Racer Brown and Homesick Alien through. Shiren gets denied. Shiren gets the denial of that 4th place. UBD coming back on the track saying you shall not pass. But Homesick and Racer Brown now away to chase Bunny. Have they got the pace? We've seen Bunny have some exceptional form. He performed very well in round 2, where he won 2 of the 3 races in the mud. And he got 2nd in the very first race of round 1. So Bunny definitely mounting a championship battle here in the Subaru. And this is a problem, because is he taking points away from Racer Brown? But I suppose all the time Racer Brown is ahead of where his Homesick Alien disappeared to. Homesick Alien down in 9th. Oh my word, he was there in that battle. Oh, here we see then he's chasing Racer Brown through Paddock Hill Bend, and did he get it wrong? It's not often we see this, but yes, Homesick Alien just pushes it too fast into Paddock Hill Bend, too late on the brakes, and he's found himself fighting down there for 9th place, with Jim just getting by him, and Rito there in 10th, chasing him down. So Homesick Alien, a rare occurrence there, especially at Brands Hatch. I think it's one of those is Marmite tracks. I think he loves it, but doesn't feel like he gets good results from it, because I suppose situations like that, Brands Hatch can bite. It really can. 100 laps around here, and that'll still happen on your 99th lap without you even realising. There's a lot of corners that bite at Brands, and Homesick has just been bitten. So Bunny then leading the way. Racer Brown all on his own now, hasn't got the Alien to harass him, and it's a Subaru 1-2, nearly 3, but Sharen's going for a move on a UBD. Oh my words, Sharen all up in UBD's business. He wants to get up there for the Mitsubishis. Surely they can't afford, Mitsubishi cannot afford after this race to have a Subaru 1, 2 and 3. So Sharen stepping up in he's playing Dan Dare around the edge of that track, and it's not a faster line up there. But now it looks like UBD has been overtaken by Catula. Where did Catula come from in his Missy? And now UBD is a sandwich. Oh yeah, there was ran out of track for Catula there. Not much of it. And there is Sharen moving up into 3rd. And Catula 4th. UBD must have redressed then. But UBD's tyres are looking absolutely harrowing. But there it was UBD in the middle of a Mitzi sandwich. And it looks like, yeah, he lifted to let Catula through. So fair redress there from UBD, although he didn't really look like he had anywhere to go, well, with having Sharen the other side of him. But the two Mitsis stealing a position there from the Subaru. We've got Subaru 1, 2, now a Mitsubishi in 3rd, Catula for Mitsubishi in 4th, UBD chasing them down now in 5th in his Subaru. Then we have Jim in the Subaru, just ahead of Homesick Alien. And yes, like I said, the tyres are not too bad. The medium boys are looking okay. 32.2 last time around from Rito, riding in 8th place so far. Pat in 9th, he's also on the mediums, doing 32s, late 32s. And he seems to be being caught up by Trivs, who's on the racing softs, but they're not too worn. He did a 38.6 though last time around. That's not great. He must have just dropped behind Pat. There is Turtle, a 31.5. He's on them super softs, but he's looking after him nicely. There's some dust being kicked up here. Who was that? Was that Pat? Yes, it was. And Trivs is going to say thank you very much for that, sir. And Trivs for Mitsubishi. Another move. Oh, but Trivs around the outside. Not much track there at all. And now I think Pat looks to be slowing, because Turtle's got through. So I think Pat might be redressing that one. And he has, because Trivs has gone through, but so has Jokers. That's been very costly for Pat there. Very costly. Looks like he lost grip in the middle of that corner and just pushed Trivs GG to the outside. Meanwhile, Bunny leading the way and nowhere near Racer Brown. Racer Brown's a mile away. Racer Brown did a 33 his last time around, and that's let Sharen close right up, with Sharen doing a 130. So Racer Brown lost a whole chunk of time. He can get the 30s done because he's done one, but maybe looking after his fuel at this point, who knows? We don't know. Look, down to nearly half a tank of fuel already. We're only 8 minutes into this race. Lots of pit stops, I think. I don't think there's any chance these boys are taking these cars to the end. So that does mean Racer Brown has got the medium run out the way, the mandatory tyre out the way, early doors, and he's running in second place. That is fantastic. Sharen up into third. Uncle B has got past Catula. Catula, oh no, what has happened? My Spanish friend, he came on the track in a bit of a dubious place. Looked like, barely showing the wheel to the grass, and it sent him around in his Mitsubishi. Returns back to track, but not great for Homesick Alien there. Homesick Alien getting snagged up on Catula, as Catula tried to return to the track a little early. He's moved out of the way of Rito now. And welcome back, Cthulhu. We don't talk about Cthulhu, no. We don't talk about Cthulhu. So Bunny is leading with Racer Brown in second. Sharon is third at the moment for Mitsubishi. Lead Mitsubishi car out there is the Russian sensation, whilst the two Subarus run away with it even now. Racer Brown's pulled away at 29.9. He just pulled out of the bag of that Subaru, and Sharon on those old racing soft tyres, he can't live with him. It's a 37. Consistent, but not fast enough. He's losing sight of the Subarus ahead. UBD, solid job there. He's lost his front left tyre totally. No grip whatsoever in his Subaru. He's got Jim. Look at Jim rising to the top. Jim coming through on his racing softs. He has worn that front left tyre, but not half as bad as UBD has. Uncle B Darren really leaning on that front left tyre. It must be paddock hill bend, isn't it? Just, and these corners don't do it any favours, sitting on the outside there. Homesick Alien, we saw him snag up behind Cthulhu as he was trying to mount an attack on Jim. And hanging that car out. We've seen Cthulhu getting caught out that way. Rido up into 7th now on those racing medium tyres. Blue skies all the way for Rido after this pit stop. When he makes it, he's on the faster tyre. Everyone around him, excuse me, Cthulhu trying to chase him down after his small off. Uncle B went into the pits. UBD at the 11-minute mark in a 60-minute race in the pits. That's not good, but it is just tyres that's caused this one. And he's topping up with fuel, it seems, the length of that. But that racing super soft really only lasting 10 minutes into this race. He needs something a little bit more durable. Racer Brown still keeping the mediums alive and fast, a 30.6. What's Bunny doing? Bunny's on the racing softs. He's dropping down into the 31s now. Those tyres starting to go away from him. Racer Brown is in a solid position. So Sharon, those softs starting to go away. He's only doing 31s. Jim looking after his softs very well. He's getting faster laps. He's been in the 31s, but he seems to be in the ascendance here. And in the chat, Binko saying, evening thingy, is the plague still in your throat? It's everywhere. I don't know. I'm not ill. I just seem to keep coughing and sneezing. And the only thing I can put it down to is I had a COVID like a week ago. I tested negative for it over a week ago. But it just seems to be, still feel a bit tired, still a bit snivelly, and still a bit coughy. But other than that, tickety-boo. But I'm not ill, I don't feel rough. Just sound it. So, Bunny is leading on lap 9, but he is dropping a second a lap to Racer Brown. No, Racer Brown was in 31 still. 2/10 on that lap, nothing really. But Bunny has to put the slower tyre on, remember. Whereas Racer Brown will be going on to a faster tyre, or maybe he'll just stay on the mediums with that pace. He's still the next fastest man on track. Who has got the fastest lap? Bunny has the fastest lap. But in the 30s on the mediums, he could probably go for another stint on those mediums. Maybe he's thinking of it. Maybe trying a one-stop. He's over half a tank, though, before 15 minutes. So he's not going to get halfway with that tank of fuel. Definitely looks like this one's going to be a two-stopper, but I have been wrong before. Many a time. Sharon losing pace in that Mitsubishi on those racing soft tyres. Jim in 4th. Solid job. But also his front left tyre looks worse than aware. Homesick Alien. Yeah, they're all suffering with that front left tyre here. Oh, Cthulhu a little worse than Homesick, but he is closer to Homesick. So Cthulhu starting to really come to life there. Homesick did a 34 his last time around. That was not a great lap, with Cthulhu doing a 32.2, and that is how he's caught up with the Alien so much. Rido, 33.2 there, chasing down Cthulhu. He was on the racing medium tyre, so I don't think he's suffering. Oh, I say he's not suffering, but he lost a bit of grip there in the final Recovered well though, no spin, didn't lose too much speed, as he crosses the line. Gets a 35 though. It does cost him a couple of seconds, and that helps Turtle out no end. But Turtle's tyres are absolutely cooked. He's got no front end. He's got no front end grip whatsoever in that Mitsubishi. So Turtle must be feeling the pain. And all that time he's got Jokus and Rivixter closing up on him. Jokus though, tyres absolutely torn as well. Rivixter's fresh. Look at that. Rivixter can really look after a set of tyres. He's smooth inputs. So Rivixter still with plenty of flesh on his tyres now in 10th, and he's just going to overtake everyone through pure grip whilst everyone's sliding around. Pat in 11th, just ahead of UBD. We saw he made that pit stop. He's put the medium tyres on, and he's dropped back to 12th place, but it should come back to him. I think he topped up, but he's down to a quarter of a tank already. But they are chugging their petrol quite a bit. Trivs GG is in 13th. His tyres are not looking pretty at all. He's had two quite rough laps. 2 laps in the 37s. And if he's not getting the grip, possibly, it might be time to come in and change those tyres. Bunny, meanwhile, he's still keeping that grip about half wear on that front left. Racer Brown still no issues with wear. 31.0 last time around from him. Bunny 31.4. Still not losing a considerable amount of time is Bunny, but Cthulhu's gone in, Turtle's gone in, Joker's looks like he's gone in, having a whole slew of pit stops here at the nearly 16-minute mark. Cthulhu in. He's gone for a set of racing softs and 3/4 of a tank of fuel, so he'll be making a second pit stop as he gets overtaken coming out of the pits by Trivs, but Trivs just has no meat on his tyres whatsoever, and it looks like Cthulhu on those racing softs, fresh racing softs, gets through quite easily there, and there was really nothing Trivs could do about that. And Pat moves up to 11th on his racing mediums. Turtle, we saw one of the pit stoppers onto the mediums for Turtle, and Jokus, he's going softs. And that moves UBD now up into 8th spot after a few pit stops. But with that fuel, I think he's going to be making another pit stop. Rivixter looking after those tyres amazingly. Bunny is in. Bunny, the leader, has come in. So it's his tyres. Look at that front left. Wow. So Racer Brown then, we saw he was pulling him in. 10th, a 10th here, a 10th there. Couple of tenths last time around. And Bunny's made the decision to get off of those old tyres. And maybe he's going to get himself a set of mediums on. And Racer Brown using the mediums they have to use already in this first part of the race, and doing it with style. Sharon surely must be wanting a pit stop soon. He's dropped down into the 32s that last time around. Jim now up to 3rd, but his tyres are cooked. That goose is done, Jim. Homesick Alien, his tyres as well. Look at this. How are they living with him? They need that grip, you know. It's a really tricky track to drive, and you've just got to, in those fast corners, you just got to sling it in and hope. There's Bunny back out of the pits on medium tyres in 5th place, and he's going to catch up Homesick, I imagine, pretty quick. He does have to wait for those tyres to warm up somewhat, but really with Homesick doing 32s and his tyres without, these are the corners I'm talking about. They've got to sling it in and hope. It is an absolute nightmare if they've got no grip. Look at him, you can see he's fighting that Mitsubishi on the outside of those corners. He's giving himself no margin for error whatsoever. He slides a little too much, then he loses a wheel. Just like that. It is scary, man. And he's putting a lot of trust in a very shabby set of tyres there. Bunny, meanwhile, racing mediums on his outlap, catching that little gaggle of cars up. They're all going to surely have to pit soon. Homesick doesn't look like he's gone in. Oh, he may have done. Yes, Homesick did go in. Those tyres are pretty old. Jim, he's draining that fuel tank out. He doesn't care about the tyres. He wants an empty fuel tank. Sharon as well. That front left ready to pop. Racer Brown cruising onwards, getting to the 19-minute mark in this race. Still no pit stop occurring there. Bunny just out of the pits up to 5th already. There's UBD. He was one of the first stoppers onto those medium tyres. He's got half a tank of fuel left. And yeah, he's up into 5th place. Good stuff, Catula, who I think has made a pit. Yeah, he pitted, I think, on lap 6. Doing a very strong job here, coming back. But he's got to do the medium run yet as Catula, so he will be in to the pits again, as will be UBD. But UBD will be, I imagine, putting on a faster set of tyres, whereas Catula will have to put those mediums on. But for now, Catula absolutely flying at 29.9. That last time around, he's caught UBD up. He's moved himself up into 5th. UBD trying to come back at the Spaniards. Racer Brown's into the pits, and them two are very wide indeed. They both survive, my lords. But Racer Brown into the pits, and Shiren also into the pits. Jim's got to come in. He's on Vapors, and Bunny is up his Ajaxi. He's indicating to say he's coming in, and Jim into the pits. Bunny retakes the lead after his pit stop. And my gosh, who's going to take it to Bunny in this race? I think Bunny's got this one already wrapped up. He's on those medium tyres, remember, doing a 32.1. Now, Racer Brown's gone on to the softs. Full tank of fuel. 20 minutes into the race. And I think he's going to try and two-stop it. I reckon he's going to try and go to 40 minutes with that fuel. Can them tyres survive, though? Can he look after the tyres? Bunny, meanwhile, is leading there. Shiren back out again in the mediums, back in 3rd. Great job, ahead of Catula and UBD. Not managing to catch Shiren up in this race, so Shiren in the Mitsubishi, maintaining that 3rd place, ahead of Catula in the Mitsubishi. UBD, the next Subaru guy, in 5th. Then Homesick Alien for the Mitsubishi team in 6th, chasing UBD down. Now, he didn't outlap his last time out, so it's hard to judge if he's catching UBD up. UBD, though, only did a 34.087, but I think he was racing with Catula, wasn't he? So he's been doing 31s and then 32, and then I think he had a little ding-dong with Catula. Well, no, Catula's lap 12, yeah. No, Catula's lap 12 was quick. Yeah, maybe. It was lap 12, maybe it was last lap. But Homesick Alien, that's giving in the urge to catch up with him. The surge, shall I say. And he's got fresher tyres on than UBD. I can't remember when UBD pitted now. It was quite a while ago. Yeah, we were only about 8 or 9 minutes into the race, weren't we? So Homesick Alien on those fresher tyres. He's going to be catching UBD up pretty soon. Jim in 7th. Solid 7th for Jim. He didn't qualify too hot. He's not had a great season in the Rivals so far. And look at him there in 7th place. Doing an absolutely corking job. Just chasing Homesick Alien down at the moment. He's getting used to those medium tyres, though. He was on the stickier tyres earlier. So, after his pit stop, just getting used to the lack of grip on those mediums. Jokus in 8th place, just ahead of Rido in 9th. Jokus on the soft tyre versus Rido on the soft tyre. I think Rido might have already got the mediums out of the way, though. Turtle, he's on the mediums now. He's ahead of Pat, who's 11th. And Trivs GG in 12th place. Trivs GG just did his fastest lap of the race on those racing mediums. Pat might be in trouble here. Pat did his fastest, though, a 30.9. So these two hard at it at the moment. Trading off lap times between the two of them. And Pat just ahead of Trivs for the time being. Rivixter's put those medium tyres on. We saw he was making some gains in the race. Seems a bit of a way off at the moment. And Racer Brown, Bunny has caught up Racer Brown. Racer Brown hasn't... He's pitted. Sorry, he's pitted. No. He has, you know. He's pitted and got out ahead of... What? How did I miss a whole pit stop? Sorry, everyone. This is terrible. He pitted ages ago. Look at this. It's ages ago, did he? Did I... What's going on? Yeah, he's on an outlap. God, it was about 3 laps ago. Wow. What was I been doing? So yeah, Racer Brown was leading on the mediums. His fuel's flashing. We've jumped back nearly 2 laps. I apologise, everyone. Wow. Shiren there. Jim in 3rd. Bunny. Oh, it's when everyone else pitted, did it? Bunny there in 4th. I remember Jim going in. Oh, Racer Brown, there he is. Yeah, he went in before Jim. So I made a big deal about Jim's pit stop. Totally missed that Racer Brown had come into the pits. And so did Shiren. Or maybe I did. I just forgot that they pitted. Jim's also coming in. That's the top 3 in, which will put Bunny in the lead. Yeah, I did see all that. I'm pretty sure I saw that. Oh, sorry guys, I had a total mind block. I didn't remember seeing that, but I think I did. I just forgot to come back to it, see when they come out of the pits. So there's Racer Brown out of the pits in 2nd place on a set of Racing Soft tyres now. And he is chasing Bunny down. He's got the grit in his teeth. With Shiren out on the mediums. Shiren's gone for mediums. Catula's moved up to 4th. With UBD in 5th. Homesick Alien gets ahead of Jim in the pits, does he? Jim's just coming out. Homesick Alien, yes. Homesick Alien gains that position on Jim through the pits. And Homesick Alien has put the mediums on. Yeah, he has, because he didn't run the mediums earlier. So Jim also onto those mediums. Jokus, Rido and Turtle in a snazzy little battle down here for 8th, 9th and 10th. And Turtle, Mitsubishi, Subaru, so 2 Subarus. Turtle upholding the name of Mitsubishi, trying to get ahead of those guys. Jokus under threat from Rido. Rido coming through. Rido, not much room in there. He makes a bit of room. Jokus looks backed off a little bit out of that one. And Rido now up into 8th place. Jokus in 9th, chasing him down. Rido on the Racing Softs. They're fresher than Jokus's, but Jokus has got the toe. Jokus chasing them down now. And we're watching out for Bunny because, sorry, I know they were looking like they were just about to overtake. Where were they? Sorry. But I'm aware that Bunny and Racer Brown are coming across each other soon. So, yeah, Rido holding off Jokus at the moment. Turtle in the background. Oh, Rido's off the track. Rido's off the track. Is that going to help Jokus? Jokus is through. Jokus is through. Can Rido keep that car under control? And Turtle dropped right off from them guys. They were rather close together. Now, how's Bunny doing? Bunny there. A 31-2. There's Racer Brown in the background. He's done his outlap, and now he's on his flyer, and he's on the Racing Softs. Bunny might be having a bit of an issue soon. Shiren out on those mediums. He's got a green. He's going faster than he's gone before. He's got nice clean air though between him and Catula and UBD and Homesick Alien are going to join that battle soon. But it's Racer Brown is the man on the move. How Joker's still ahead of Rido. Rido recovering okay. Turtle in 10th. He could have been there to grab that position from Rido. He seemed to drop back. Pat in 11th. Trivs in 12th. Rivixter in 13th. But it's Bunny and Racer Brown. That is the concern at the moment. Racer Brown smashing in those purples with them Racing Softs on. We're on lap 15. We're 23 minutes into this 60-minute endurance race with the rivals, round 3 for Mitsubishi versus Subaru. And Racer Brown, after doing the first stint on the mediums, making his way up into 2nd place and sitting there quite comfortably behind Bunny. Then Bunny making the pit stop, putting the medium tyres on. It looks like he's indicated. No, team orders. I saw an indicator there. Bunny does not want to get in the way of this championship. And that was beautiful. Synchronicity, something. That was fantastic. We're going to look at that from the outside because that was poetry. So here we go. Racer Brown, championship leader, team leader of the Subarus. And there you go. There's Bunny giving up the leads, causing him no time whatsoever loss, no loss of time. He knows Racer Brown's on a different strategy, and maybe the gloves will be off later in the race. But for now, Bunny opting not to fight with his fellow teammate, dropping down into 2nd place as Racer Brown makes his way around. Shiren there in 3rd for Mitsubishi, just to have a bit of presence for the Evo on the podium at the moment. Mitsubishi in 4th, And then we have a Subaru, but Homesick Alien joint at the top of the championship, I believe. He's not getting the points today. It's not happening for the Mitsubishi driver here at Brands Hatch. His Brands Hatch curse continues on for a little bit longer. And Homesick Alien there chasing down UBD. UBD in a Subaru, so I doubt UBD is going to make that easy for him. Jim on those mediums, tyres seem to be doing okay. He ripped through his earlier well, he was one of the latest to pit, so you can say fair enough. But Jim out there now on those mediums, doing it very nice. It's his fastest lap so far. He's quite a way ahead of Jokus. Jokus pulled away from Rido quite a bit as well. Jokus, a 31.2, a 31.9. Rido's last couple of laps, 31.6. He's gone faster than he's been. But he did a 33.3 before that, and that's what has let Jokus pull away in the lead there. Turtle's closed up on Rido. So Turtle, 33.3 from Turtle last time around. His medium tyres starting to look a little bit torn up. He might be in trouble. What's Trivs doing behind him? Trivs on those mediums. They're not as torn as Turtle. Turtle's wasn't really torn up, but the mediums, when they start showing red, they really are past their best. So Trivs in 11th, trying to chase him down. He did a 33.1 last time around. Turtle did a 32.9. So Turtle's still a little bit faster than Trivs at this point in the race. Pat trying to chase down Trivs, but he just had a terrible lap, a 37.3. Is that real? Yeah, he might have just dropped behind Trivs. Trivs that close to him, I imagine, got by in that lap. Pat dropping down to 12th with Rivixter in 13th, catching those boys up ahead of him. Well, catching Pat up. There we see Racer Brown smashing in the 29s. He's pulled away from Bunny easily. Bunny on a different strat. There is Shiren trying to chase him down, but at this point in the race, we're not even halfway, and you've got to say it's kind of hopeless from Mitsubishi's point of view. I don't think there's anything they can do, or they could try not to throw the podium away, but you don't know. Cthulhu, the backup Mitsubishi driver, stepping in, could get a podium his first time out. Homesick Alien's done away with UBD. UBD though, fuel absolutely gone, tyres absolutely torn. So Homesick Alien now he's on the resurgence. Is Homesick Alien up to 5th, chasing down Cthulhu. Fellow Mitsubishi drivers, but Cthulhu only just stepping in as he read the memorandum, or whatever it's called, the memo on Homesick Alien is championship leader. He is your teammate. You shall not impede. We will see. But Cthulhu's tyres are cooked, it has to be said. His racing softs are pretty much torn apart. His fuel is still okay for a while. UBD is going to be pitting at the end of this lap. And there you go, it was done. Yeah. Cthulhu put no resistance whatsoever up there, did he? I don't believe. I think Homesick Alien got an easy ride there as he heads down. Let's have a look from Homesick Alien's point of view. Cthulhu just ahead in the Phantom Mitsubishi over the Apexes, and yeah, I think Cthulhu just didn't get on that accelerator as quick as he possibly could have done. Pulled to the inside of the corner and made it rather easy for Homesick Alien. So we're seeing some great teamwork out there. And next on the list is Shiren, and I imagine Shiren's not going to slow down to let Homesick through. And I think, well, I don't know, we've still got a long way to go in this race, and we did see Shiren hanging it out in a couple of those corners, so Homesick Alien still may have a chance to try and get to the podium. But Racer Brown is absolute dominance at the moment. Bunny could be his closest rival in this race, and I don't think Bunny is going to take points away from him. So there's UBD, 7th. He's got his medium tyres out of the way. They lasted quite a while for him. Maybe he'll fancy another set of mediums, because he tore through his super softs within 10 minutes. Rido carries on through, up to 8th. Joker's Jim up to 6th. Joker's up to 7th now. Rido up into 8th. Turtle 9th. Pat in 10th, but he's got his hands full with Trivs. Trivs has caught him up. Trivs wants a battle of this between him and Pat as he chases down. UBD comes out the pits in 12th behind this battle, but a little bit away behind this battle. He's not being affected by this yet. He will do, though. Soon to be, if they're slowing each other down. But Pat seems to be holding line. Had a wiggle into that corner. There's UBD. You can see he's a little bit behind so far. So we'll stick with this battle here. Pat out there wide, up over the hill. There's Trivs GG, the South African. Tries to track him down for that 10th place. Trivs will be well aware. Someone's just come out the pits behind him in 12th. And they'll have fresher tyres on. We didn't look at UBD's tyres. We'll have a look in a second. It looks Pat looks to have pulled away now. It looks like Pat, whatever woes he was having, he's sorted it out. And he's got that Subaru, I believe, back under control. As Trivs GG chases him down in the Mitzi. Bishy. And UBD, he went for a racing soft tyre. He's gone for a racing soft tyre, full tank of fuel. We'll see how he fares with that. Rivixter has been in. He's put some super softs on. Half a tank of fuel. He's going for a fastest lap there, I feel. Racer Brown leading the way. He's just put a lap on Rivixter. You see Rivixter, well, he might have come out of the pits behind him. But Racer Brown easily leading. We're just over the halfway mark in this race. We've got a Subaru in the lead. Racer Brown, he's used his medium tyres. He's already made a 1 stop. He was one of the latest to stop on those medium tyres. He's put a set of racing softs on. And, yeah, he came across Bunny. Bunny made it rather easy for him to get by, as they are teammates. And Racer Brown is the championship leader. And Bunny was on medium tyres, so really didn't have a position to put up much of a fight. So Racer Brown on his way. Bunny, race still might come back to him if he can keep a good pace. He's staying in the 31s. Racer Brown, he was in the 29s, you see, but now he's dropping into the 30s as the tyres go. We noticed those tyres, the racing softs and super softs, didn't last very long whatsoever out there. So Racer Brown's pace will drop off, whereas Bunny's will just continue in the 31s for some time yet. Some pit stoppers further down. Cthulhu in for fuel, as is a Jokers. Man, they are tearing those tyres. Rido carries on through, though, up to 6th now. Jim into 5th. Jim in quite a comfortable position there on those medium tyres. Half a tank of fuel. Rido chasing him down. Cthulhu's back out on the super softs. Ooh, they are not going to last for Cthulhu very long, them super softs. He's obviously out there. He's going to do some absolutely killer lap times. Killer laps, I imagine, to get a little jump on those around him. Turtle has not pitted just yet. UBD, we saw pit earlier. Trivs GG has not pitted, and he's got himself ahead of Pat. We sat with him for a while as well, didn't we? But Trivs GG has found a way up into 10th ahead of Pat. Pat, though, looks to be coming back at the South African. South African might be in trouble down this part of the track, as Pat getting a better drive out of the corner. Pat going for the move. Oh, it's brave. And he's got it. So Pat back up into 10th place. Trivs dropping to 11th. Joker's there after his pit stop on those super sticky tyres, the racing softs. Next to Trivs on the mediums, used mediums, and Pat on the very used softs, and Pat's off the track. Pat's off the track. Trivs is catching him up. Trivs closing in on him, but he's got Jokers on an absolute superior tyre behind him. Trivs going for the move. And them two racing away, giving each other a little tap to say hello. as they're popping by, and Triv's up to 10th, and oh my god, Joker's going up, nearly getting driven into the pit lane there, with Pat trying to go up the inside of Triv's, and Joker's trying to go up the inside of Pat, and yeah, that looked scary for Joker's, but Joker's there, he's just trying anything. He does not want to be stuck behind this medium clad car any longer. He's got a UBD to chase down. And Trivs is just hanging it in there with that medium-clad Mitsubishi. It's Subaru v Mitsubishi, and the Mitsubishi at the moment in the South African's hands is holding his own, with Triv G on the older tyres, making that car very difficult to race against. Jokus does not know what to do. He's going for it now. He's on them softer tyres. He should just blast by in the corners, but Trivs GG making it very awkward for him indeed, with Trivs GG not letting him have that inside line whatsoever. Now Joker's trying to flip it around to get the inside line on Trivs GG. This is a beautiful little battle we're having down here for 10th and 11th place between Trivs GG on an old set of medium tyres, Joker's on a brand new set of racing softs. Trivs GG, oh, wheel on the dust, a wheel on the dust, and it's gone. Oh, poor Trivs. Oh my word, Trivs GG, what's happened to you, my friend? So there was Trivs GG holding ground ahead, Jokus, and then just that, look at that, as hardly anything bangs off, and Pat goes off in sympathy, it seems. Pat coming over towards him, and so he doesn't lose the position from Pat. Trivs, well, he may still do. He may still do. Pat's on him, but Pat's got absolutely no grip. Rido into the pits on those soft tyres. No fuel. Great run for Rido at the moment. Racer Brown, he's looking after those tyres, but he's in the 31.8 that last time around, and Bunny a 31.9, but it's consistency, isn't it? Racer Brown drops any more time as he's driving around. Bunny will start closing back up on him, and when they come to pit, Bunny should pit a lot sooner than Racer Brown. Bunny will be on a softer set of tyres, whilst Racer Brown is on an old set of tyres, but then it works the other way around, because by the end of the race, Racer Brown's tyres will be fresher than Bunny's. And we've got a tantalising battle here, but I just don't know how much Bunny will give up. I mean, we're early in the championship to start playing the team game. That's my opinion. Round 3 is too early to start giving up the championship, Bunny. Don't let Racer Brown boss you around. I know he's the team leader of the Subaru clan, but still, when it comes time to race at the end of this race, Bunny, you better race it. So what's Shiren doing? Shiren's on a 31.5 his last time around. He just isn't there with the Subarus. We've seen Bunny just put a lap on Pat. There is Shiren, top Mitsubishi driver. Homesick Alien has managed to wangle his way up into 4th after his earlier off, but he has still got to make a pit stop. Those medium tyres not looking too comfortable on him. He did a 32.1 last time around. Jim chasing him down with a 32.7, so Homesick Alien might be safe from Jim there. Katula, he's the danger at the moment. The super soft tyres, he's doing a regular 130s. He's quite a way behind Jim though, but Jim's pit stop, yeah, but then he's I'm not sure on this stint for Katula. I'm not sure if super soft tyres was a wise move with a little less fuel. I just don't, well, I can't question the master that is Katula. I wouldn't dream of it, but I'm not sure. I would have stuck with medium tyres. They seem to be the most consistent ones. I mean, yeah, you can get sort of the 29s and 30s out of these softs and super softs, but it doesn't seem that three or four laps and they're dropping into the 31s, 32s, which you can get with the medium tyres. So I would have been extremely tempted just to do the whole race on the medium tyres. Look, already you can see Racer Brown's tyres absolutely going away from him at the front there. A 31.3 last time. He's definitely in them, well, he was in the late 31s. He's pulled that one out, the mid 31s. Bunny, he's dropped into the 32s now. Pat's starting to catch him up. So maybe a Bunny starting to feel it on those tyres, but he has been driving on those mediums a lot longer than Racer Brown has on those softs, obviously. Shiren, his mediums are starting to go. He's in the 32s now. Homesick Alien also in the 32s with those older sets of mediums. Jim in the 32s. But seems to be looking after his tyres a little bit more, but not his fuel as much. Shiren's down on that fuel. Homesick Alien seems to be okay on fuel, but just seems to be tearing his tyres. We've got Catula out there. He's on an absolute push at the moment on the super soft tyres, but I'm not sure what he's going to gain from it. We saw him earlier. He was fighting 4th and 5th with him and UBD. Uncle B Darren seems to have dropped away from him. Maybe that was it. Maybe it was just to shake Uncle B Darren off. Maybe he just made the decision, short fill the car, put some absolutely sticky tyres on just to get away from that battle with UBD. UBD going for the racing softs, but again, UBD, I would have been tempted to put the mediums on. Look how much fuel he's still got on board. And his tyres are absolutely dogged. So Jokus, he's got a lot fresher than UBD, and he's definitely catching UBD up. So UBD, he might be in trouble there with Jokus. The Polish driver is gaining. He's making big gains. He's down the gym making gains on UBD. And he can't miss that Subaru ahead of him. So this one is just for the drivers' championship. Nothing to be gained through the team, through this overtake. But Joker's still, he's not on him yet. A 31 last time around, what was it? 33-0 from Uncle B Darren. Joker's doing a 31.5. So yeah, Joker's is absolutely tearing up the asphalt between him. Racer Brown's gone in. His tyres were looking old. He was dropping down. Bunny stays out on the medium tyres. So yeah, if this is Racer Brown, I said about 40 minutes for Racer Brown. So yeah, there goes Shiren as well. Shiren going in. Bunny staying out. Bunny probably got another, 5 minutes? He stayed out a bit longer. We'll see. We'll see what their fuel's like. I feel Jokus catching up UBD this quickly. So Racer Brown's back out the pits. So Racer Brown's in the pits. He's back out of the pits in second place. Didn't see the tyres though, and oh no! Joker's throwing it wide. And UBD managing to pull away. So let's have a look at the drama up ahead then. Bunny is in the lead. His fuel is flashing though. He's going to have to come in. Racer Brown's put some softs on, filled the tank. He's out in second. Shiren, softs, filled the tank, out in third. Catula, he's up to 4th now with these guys pitting ahead of him. But they're going to be on a lot fresher tyres. Catula, I'm not sure that fuel's going to get him to the end. Homesick Alien, he's pitted, filled up. He's on the racing soft tyres. And Catula, he's going to be a sitting duck there, I think. I think Catula's strategy's gone wrong somewhere. So Homesick Alien in 5th. UBD, he's going to be, well, his fuel's doing absolutely fine, but his tyres are dismal. Jokus, though, hasn't caught him up as of yet. UBD doing a 33 again last time around, but Jokus doing a 33 as well. Jokus really needs to keep that car down in the 31s. Jim just out of the pits on racing softs. Remember, Jokus on an older set of softs. UBD on a really old set of softs. There goes Bunny into the pits. Is it enough for Racer Brown to take the lead? He comes in. He's going to be put some racing soft tyres on. How much fuel? Full, I guess. Bunny's still there, fueling up. There goes Racer Brown over the start straight, and it looks like this is a slam dunk for Racer Brown. Bunny's still not moving, and yes, Racer Brown takes the lead of the race. He was in it anyway, but it was questionable if that was enough for Bunny, and Bunny's out of the pits ahead of Shiren, who's just coming up the hill onto the start straight. So definitely Subaru 1-2 here. Absolutely slam dunk. And it's only one lap between pit stops, so we can't even say someone's on fresher tyres than the other person. And Racer Brown has got an absolute chasm of space between him and Bunny. They are, that straight apart, the little Cooper straight apart. Shiren as well, he's quite a way back in third. Catulu is going to be struggling on those tyres already. He's got Homesick Alien trying to track him down. Homesick Alien going on to the softs, full tank of fuel. I think it's still going to be tight for fuel come the end of this race, I still think they're getting around about 20 minutes out of these tanks. Binko in the chat saying it's a good theory about the tyres thingy. The problem is when the mediums start fading, they turn into racing hards. Racing against someone on softs while you have mediums on is a very difficult task. Oh yes, I know, but it's just the killing the super softs. I don't think I would have touched them like Cthulhu has here. I think the only rule was that the mediums were mandatory, and other than that, it was fair game. And it's just them super softs. I think Cthulhu's thrown a position away here, or two. I think he might end up behind Jim. Oh, look at the battle down here. Joker's finally, Jim and Joker's getting past UBD. Those tyres, he really does want to kill that set of tyres. Jim has got to pass Joker's. So what an absolute humdinger we've got down here. And Jim now up into 6th, ahead of Joker's in 7th. UBD struggling on those tyres. They're in 8th, out wide. Rido's next man down track. He's a little bit far away, but he's on those racing softs, but half a tank of fuel, and we've seen the leaders putting in full tanks of fuel, so maybe Rido can't get to the end. Definitely Joker's can't. He's dropping away from a Jim on those newer set of tyres. UBD goes in for what, his 3rd pit stop? And what tyres will he choose for that? I don't even know if he's used the mediums. I think he has used the mediums. Don't think he was that impressed. And that's when he went super softs after that. Pat there in 10th, just ahead of Turtle. We see these guys all the time on the track. Look at them. Turtle on those racing soft tyres, catching up with Pat. He's just moved up to 10th with UBD being in the pits. Pat's on the racing soft tyres as well. Oh, UBD coming out at the same time as Turtle. Turtle through though, UBD. He's going to have to he's putting super softs again. UBD, glutton for punishment. He's gone back to the super softs. He likes the feel of them, obviously. Doesn't mind them when they're going off. But yeah, UBD onto the super softs for this final stint. And he's fighting with Turtle and Pat at the moment. Both of those will have to pit before the end of the race. So, I mean, UBD could just sit tight, but I think he wants to get by them and get on. Struggling at the moment, though, with Turtle. Turtle just fast enough to stay ahead of UBD. We're sat on board with UBD as he looks for a way past. Oh, and it's tight in that corner. You can see he's got better grip than Turtle. That's that corner, I say, where you're just throwing it in. Pat's had an off. He's staying out of the way. Turtle's moved up to 9th. Uncle B Darren is up to 10th. He's fighting Turtle with everything he's got. He's got a brand new set of racing super softs. You can see he wants to brake later. Jokers is into the pits. Jokers has come into the pits. So that's who UBD is aiming at. And he's going for a move on Turtle up the inside. Those super sticky tyres giving him better traction mid-corner, but Turtle doing just enough in that Mitsubishi. UBD getting frustrated. He's thrown it to the other side of the track. He's really going to try and cut on the inside of Turtle. Oh, we've had contact. Turtle straightened up, I hope. And no, UBD's lost it as well. There was contact mid-Paddock Hill. I mean, it's hard to keep these cars straight going through Paddock Hill Bend as it is, but having a little bounce off each other does not help. Turtle, though, maintains position in his Mitsubishi. Rido there in 7th. Where did Rido come from? He hasn't pitted yet, I think. But Turtle in 8th. Joker's there, out the pits on the medium tyres. He's running all the way till the end in 9th. Pat in 10th, we saw having an off. Trivs is in 11th. He's on the super soft tyres. Poor UBD, he's got a mountain to climb after that little tete-a-tete with Turtle through Paddock Hill Bend. I would not. I personally would sit. I'd wait for Druids. Always. And I've seen people do it going into Paddock Hill Bend, and fair play to them, because it looks beautiful if you pull a move off, but it can also go very wrong. It can go awfully wrong. So yeah, I don't have the confidence to try and pull that move off in Paddock Hill Bend. But Druids is just up the hill, you know. If you can stay with them through Paddock Hill, you can easily outbrake them into Druids. But, you know, UBD, he opted to go for it. He saw his intent. He went out wide, ready to pull into that inside line. He'd made his mind up before they'd even entered the corner. There was some door banging, and UBD ended up worst off for it. Racer Brown's coming up to a lot of traffic now. I don't know how this is going to help Bunny out. Bunny doing a 29.9, Racer Brown doing a 29.9. Nothing in it between them both. Does look like Bunny has closed up a little bit on Racer Brown, and now Racer Brown in that battle between Pat and Turtle. Turtle behind Pat again. Somehow Pat getting ahead of Turtle, swapping places down here. Jokus with his pit stop back onto the mediums. He's going to have a run on Rido, because Rido will be into the pits. So Jokus, a good position that could be made there. How's Catula? Catula's been in. Oh, I said he's only lost Homesick and Jim. He's gone onto the racing medium tyres, half a tank of fuel. He's not too far behind Jim, is Catula. There you go, you can recognise that car. I like the car, Catula. I like it. I like the colours. You can see it miles off. So, yeah, Jim, he's in 5th place on a set of softs, but he's got Catula. And there's Rido in for the pits. That's got to be a position for Jokus. Pat off the track again. He's really struggling with those used tyres. Turtle's backed off, I think. I don't know. He wasn't there to make the move. Maybe Pat just lifting off to let Racer Brown through. I think they're all lifting off a little bit to let Racer Brown through. Bunny in 2nd. There, I think we saw. Oh, Rido's coming back out. Rido coming back out in 10th. So Triv's in 11th, and it was Pat that I was looking for, because it looked like he was going for a move on Turtle. He did. He's up into... No, I thought Turtle was having a move on Pat. But there's definitely some humdinger of a race there. Pat on old softs. He's going to have to pit before the end. So is Turtle. Well, Turtle's fuel might be okay. His tyres won't be. And here's Rido on a super soft set of tyres. He gets past Turtle, first of all, for 9th. And he's got Pat just ahead of him. They've got Triv GG chasing them down in 11th. UBD, poor UBD, his race pretty stuffed from Paddock Hill Bend. Now in 12th. We've only got 10 minutes left of the race. Wow, where did the race go? Rivingstone must have pulled into the pits ages ago. It seems like this pit stop has been a lengthy one, 6 minutes something. So a Racer Brown, only 10 more minutes to take the win. And what's the situation? Bunny, a 31.0. They must have been passing the same traffic. At 32.3. Bunny, Pat off the track. Pat's off the track. Rido's through. We saw Rido, I think, already get through, didn't we? And if we didn't, he's up into 8th, chasing down Jokus. What sort of times Jokus doing? Jokus on those racing medium tyres. He's getting blue flags, so he's going to have to ease up a little bit to let Racer Brown through. And that can only help Rido, who's not that far behind, to tell you the truth. Jokus makes a lot of effort to let Racer Brown through, which I don't think he's been with us a while. He'll know. He'll know to let Racer Brown just rock up to the back of him and then just make it nice and easy in the corner. Doesn't have to pull over and make a big saga about it. So Rido, though, on those racing super softs, Jokus might be in a bit of trouble here for that 7th place. It's one to keep an eye on. So let's have a rundown with less than 10 minutes to go. We've got Racer Brown leading the way, just coming up to 7th in the pack. Jokus to put a lap on 7th place. Bunny in 2nd place, and he looks pretty safe. Shiren is in 3rd. They're just making their way through a few of... They're not even back markers, it's just the way this track goes. It's a shorter track, so they come across people quite easily. There's Pat ahead of Homesick Alien in 4th. Homesick Alien, a good drive today. He had to secure a heft of points, and if he couldn't get on the podium, then 4th has got to be next best. He did drop down quite a way when we saw him have an off. So Homesick Alien, it was damage limitation for him. There he goes in 4th place. Jim, solid 5th, but we are worried about Catula on those medium tyres. Catula doing a 31.2. Jim's tyres starting to look a little torn up. 31.9 from Jim. We've still got a fair way to go, and Catula has definitely got advantage his way. Shiren's in. Shiren's come into the pits. Maybe he's got enough space on Homesick. Maybe this is his way of letting Homesick through. Jim's not too far behind. He's a Subaru driver. Shiren back out. Maybe he can beat. No, Alien's there. It's going to be tight between the two of them. Shiren's back on track. Homesick, Alien there in fourth. And Shiren obviously just wanted some nice new tyres. Felt that he could risk it. And there they are. The two top Mitsubishi drivers in third and fourth. Shiren, it's a tough one for Shiren to pull over for Homesick. Like I said, it's way too early in the championship. I mean, what is it, an 8-week championship? This is only round 3. Not even halfway through. We can't... I would be surprised if we started having drivers pulling over, letting other drivers through. Tactically, it probably is best, especially if they're doing it in Subaru. If Bunny... But I honestly think Bunny didn't give him the win. I just think Bunny moved out of the way because they're teammates, and Bunny was on the mediums and Racer Brown was on the softs. So it made sense, but it has worked out for Racer Brown. But Racer Brown is the fastest man on the day. He's got the fastest lap. And I just think Bunny didn't make it difficult for him is all. I don't think that was team orders. I just think at that point in the race, Bunny didn't see the point in holding up Racer Brown a hell of a lot. It wouldn't have been helpful for Subaru with Shiren in third place, chasing them down. And the win has gone towards Racer Brown, but I don't think Bunny gifted in the win. I think Racer Brown took that win today through some great driving. Shiren, he's put the super softs on. He's putting it out of question for Homesick Alien. It is early. Too early to start giving up points in this championship. Ooh, my love bot's in the stream chats. She's doing online strips without clothing, and that's all right. We've only got about 5 more minutes left of this race. I might pop over there and see some virtual girls virtually take off nothing. So Shiren holding on to that podium position. Homesick Alien, like I said, it was after that off. He was up there, but after that off, this drive was just to secure as many points as possible, and a mission accomplished. Jim is under threat now from Catula. This is scary stuff. Catula on those medium tyres doing 31s regularly. Jim dropping into the 32s with an old set of softs. And this could be another Mitsubishi grabbing a position here. Mitsubishi in the championship. They need all the points they can get because they're not getting the wins. I don't think Mitsubishi have won the race yet. It's all been Subarus the whole way. I'm looking. Racer Brown won the first 2 races in round 1. Jim's still holding on, but there goes Catula with those grippier tyres up the inside of Jim, and I just don't think there's anything Jim could defend against that. And Catulu up into 5th place. Great drive from Catulu. And he should be able to keep those tyres intact. Jim, though, going to fight him all the way for it. Stay there in 6th. Jokers in 7th. Too far back from that battle. He's got his own worries. He's got Rido on the super soft tyres doing very fast lap times. Rido's just had to let the leader through, as will a Jokers, or he's caught up the leader. Maybe Rido's going faster than the leader. Here's UBD. What a battle we got here. What's this? Trivs, UBD and Turtle all in a pack. UBD fighting his way through. Trivs GG going for the under one there, but Jesus, where? Trivs GG barely got any tyres left. Oh my God, UBD off again. Another bit of car door slamming, and their tyres were just not in any kind of state that they wanted to be battling each other. Really, look at Trivs. But yeah, it looked like they got into banging doors again. This rival series really is bringing out the rivalry in drivers. We don't usually get this aggressive. We're a very, very friendly bunch, but we've seen quite a few aggressive moves here. Catula, though, up in... Oh, Catula's lost the position to Jim. What? Whilst we were watching that battle, I apologise. But we lost Catula there as he go off at Paddock Hill Bend. And a little bit too confident with his Mitsubishi, and he slings it away. And Jim can't believe his luck. As I said to Jim, just stay with him. You never know. And there you go, gifted. Catula, he's still got, well, I don't know, 3 minutes? 3 and a bit minutes to get back in this race. But Jim, And Jim's tyres are very old. So Catula might be back at him. You never know. Joker's then in 7th, looking pretty solid, but he's got Racer Brown wanting to get by. And just behind Racer Brown is a flying Rido. Rido doing a 31.6 the last time around. Joker's doing a 32.3. So Rido is a second faster than Joker's. We've only got less than 3 minutes left of racing to go. This is tight stuff. There's Trivs in 9th, Turtle in 10th. Pat is in 11th, Rivixter is in the pits, and we've lost UBD altogether. He has withdrawn. Racer Brown then leading the way from Bunny. The 2 Subarus up there. 2 winning Subarus. I don't think anyone else has won except for Bunny and Racer Brown in this championship. So far, Shiren, top Mitsubishi driver. And we haven't seen Shiren on the podium yet so far for the rivals, so it'll be good to see him up there. 2 more minutes left of racing. Homesick Alien there, settled for that 4th. There's no one near him. Jim seems comfortable in 5th, possibly his final 2 laps to go. I don't know. Yeah, probably 2 more laps to go. Jim holding 5th. Catula coming on strong. Joker's there, he's in trouble, isn't he? Rido's caught him up. No, that's the race leader, sorry. So Joker's letting the race leader through, Racer Brown. He crosses the line, what's Joker's going to post? 34.2. Rido doing a 32.5, so 2 seconds faster, but they're on their final lap now, surely. This will be the final lap for these guys. Rido's getting blue flags, but he'll be looking at that orange and black car ahead of him, I am sure. Racer Brown leads them through as a Bunny in 2nd. Bunny's fuel's flashing, but I'm pretty sure that's okay. Shiren there on them super softs, left Homesick Alien behind. Then we got Jim in 5th, his fuel's flashing, his tyres are dead. Catula's trying to catch him, but he's running out of time to do it, and it looks like Jim may get that 5th place for Subaru. Subaru doing okay today, 1st, 2nd, and 5th. 30 seconds left of racing. There's Catula chasing down Jim. Joker's in 7th. He seems okay against Rido at the moment. Rido's not catching him. Trivs in 9th, staying ahead of Turtle in 10th. In 11th, we have a Pat. And who's going to cross the line first? Not Racer Brown, surely. The time has not run out yet. We've had a scurry of cars, but then I think the next person to cross the line will be Racer Brown. And I'm pretty sure possibly the time may have run out. We've got 10 seconds. He's pretty much got 1 more corner to go. We'll see. But Racer Brown heads around. And there you go. The timer running out. And Racer Brown coming up to the line to take the win. Fantastic. His 3rd win in the rival series. There comes Bunny for 2nd place for Subaru. 2 Subarus on the top steps. Shiren bringing that Mitsubishi home. We've had Jokers finishing 7th ahead of Rido. Turtle, I don't know whereabouts they are. Shiren there. Shiren's coming up over the hill to take the podium. Take a boo, my son. There comes Trivs to grab himself a 9th place. Turtle's gone in the pits. Not enough fuel, but I think he'll cross the line anyway, as it's the last lap. Homesick Aliens crosses the line there for 4th place. Great drive in the end. Jim's under threat from Catula. Catula's caught up with Jim. We are just corners away. Jim, can he keep hold of that 5th place? He has 4 hard today. He's got absolutely no tyre on the front of that car. Catula's doing everything he can to get by. And Jim's trying to stop him, but Catula's through. Catula's through for Mitsubishi. Another position there for Mitsubishi. They need all the points in the constructors they possibly can get. And there goes Catula. Stole that 5th place from Jim there. Oh, have I got to pause it? Pause. Oh, someone hasn't crossed the line. Thank the heavens above. Oh, my lordy lord. Because I'm pretty sure everyone's crossed the line, haven't they? I was getting all carried away. So, Racer Brown out of focus, of course. Good old wee. And then it gets in focus, but I'm in the button pushing. So, Racer Brown takes the win today. Oh, what a race. What a buzz, eh? What a buzz. That was cracking stuff. So that was the rivals, round 3. And this championship is all to play for. All the hot action is here. Lying bots, lol, says Binko. That's Binko in the chat, talking to the sex bot that pops in nowadays that we've attracted. Hey, it must mean that we're getting big. If we're attracting bots to come and take you away to look at porn sites, that must mean we're growing. I take it as a compliment. So Racer Brown then took the win. Super stuff, brilliant. What can you say? The man is a god. Bunny, second place. Just about, though, that fuel. I didn't want to get there. But Bunny, second on the podium. Subaru, more dominance in this Rivals Series. Mitsubishi have got to find something. They've got to find a step on these two, because they are running away with it. Shiren, top Mitsubishi driver, his first time on the podium in the Rivals Series. Great job from Shiren with Homesick Alien. Gosh, there you go. You're not going to get a better view than that. Homesick Alien playing Damage Limitation today after his huge off in, was it Paddock? Yeah, Paddock Hill Bend. So Homesick Alien driving just for the points here, and he'll lose a bit of ground to Racer Brown in this championship now, but we've still got a way to go. I don't know what other tracks we've got coming up, and we've got to remember Racer Brown not as hot in the mud, but as Homesick Alien is. So it's Dragon's Trail Gardens next, 2 30-minute races next Tuesday evening. So, yeah, let's hope the Mitsubishis can grab a march on the Subarus there. Then round 5, we're at Colorado Springs, back in the mud with the Group B cars. Round 6 is Fisherman's Ranch, fun stuff. So, mud for round 6. Round 7, Sardinia Road Track B for 2. Road Track B2, so maybe it's the reverse. With one 15-minute race and one 40-minute race. And then at round 8, Suzuka GP for a 70-minute race. God, I don't know how I'm going to do the replay on that. I'm not sure, guys, how I'll do the replay. I think they can only save 60 minutes. We'll see. We'll do what we can do. I'll just record someone's in-car and just do commentary throughout the in-car. So, Homesick Alien in 4th. Yes, fighting for that championship. Kurtula in 5th. Great stuff. I hope he's back next week. It's great seeing Kurtula on the grid. And Jim. Oh, Jim, so close. I think his fuel went. I think that's what happened to him there. Don't even think he's at the line yet. I think he's crawling with that fuel. But 6th place, I'd take that. I'd take 6th any day of the week. 6th spot, good stuff, I think. 7th there for Jokers, battling all the way through. That one was Jokers. We saw him having some early woes, came back well, really. Went all the way to the back of the pack, early doors, and fought his way back up to 7th. So, the Polish driver showing some class there. Rido chasing him down at the end on those super softs, just couldn't quite do it. With Jokers 33, 34 and 32. And Rido doing 31, 32 and 31. But he just needed a couple more laps on Jokers there. But Rido finishing in 8th. Trivs GG in 9th. He's had an epic race. Look at that tyre. My Lord. An epic race for Trivs to come home in the top 10. Coming home in 9th. Turtle in 10th. Pat in 11th. Pat looked like he'd had some adventures today. And Rivixter finishing in the pits with UBD not even seeing the checkered flag. And UBD, he saw some action today as well. Gosh. Crazy. Oh my gosh, there you go. I'll go to a results page anyway. It doesn't matter. No one's looking at this anyway. No one's bothering with this one. They've already released the table for this week. They're all moving on to round 4. But, we'll see who gets the fastest lap and stuff, won't we? So there you go. Racer Brown takes the win. Bunny in 2nd. Shiren 3rd. Homesick Alien finished in 4th. Katula in 5th. Jim in 6th. Jokers comes home in 7th. Rido grabs 8th with Trivs GG in 9th. Turtle in 10th. Pat in 11th. Rivixter finishing in 12th. UBD didn't see the checkered flag. I don't know if they still placed him or not. I'm not sure, but I don't think they did. And Racer Brown got the fastest lap there with a 128.595, so very speedily he got that. So that was round 3 of the Rivals in this Rivals series. I mean, it's spilling onto the track, isn't it? I think the stewards are going to have have a little strip down of a few people there saying, come on, if you're alongside, you don't have to bash doors. You don't have to smash doors. There's no need for it. So, yes, another exciting race there from the Virtual Racers Club. This is their Tuesday evening series, the Rivals series, with the Subarus versus the Mitsubishis. And my word, are we having fun yet? Oh, wow, what a cracker. I was your commentator and your broadcaster, Dixie Wrecked. Thank you for watching, listening, however you do me. But however you intake us here at the Virtual Racers Club, thank you for partaking, watching, whatever you do. And there's always only one last thing to say, and that is peace and love. Peace and love. See you later, guys. Stay shiny.